Okay, so let's see. Introduction, chapter 4. The opening lines of this chapter repeat concept found in the final halacha of the previous chapter and continue the line of thought developed there. In the previous chapter, Rambam explained the importance, albeit as an intermediary and not the ultimate goal, of keeping a regiment of diet and behavior that produces physical health. This chapter, he provides the guidelines and ground rules for such a program. So in the previous chapter, he said that a man has to be healthy, otherwise it's hard or almost impossible for most of us to serve Hashem. Okay, so now he's going to give us the details how to stay healthy. As he points out in Halachos 20 and 21, this advice is intended for a healthy person who wants to maintain his physical well-being. So it's not for sick people. So while you have your health, you have to take care of it. Right? A sick person might seek a program that is fitted more closely for a personal condition. So what I learned that many of the diets and stuff like that they were taken from this chapter. Modern things, right? Moreover, the guidelines suggested in this chapter are not absolute requirements. So one more time, so we have to take care of our health, and Rambam says how. But of course, as we know, the nature change, the people change a lot. The food change and environment change. So not everything is applicable, but anyway, let's see. In chapters 11 and 12, in Hilchot Ratzeach Ushmirat Hanefesh, the Rabbi mentioned certain foods and actions which both in the Talmudic times and in the Rambam's time presented actual threats to the person's well-being. This and the Rambam deems as forbidden. There's some things that are forbidden, like dangerous things, like go on Wednesday, like outside. Presented actual, just one second, Rambam presented the actual threats to the personal well-being. Okay, continue. This the Rambam deems as forbidden. Here the Rambam describes food which are good and bad, implying that though Torah laws would advise that one eat the good food, there is no binding obligation to do so. Meaning bad, it's not like it's not kosher. It's kosher, but it's not good for you. In Igras Moshe, Choshen Hamishpat 2, response on 76, compares the matter of smoking. Though the smoking can be harmful to one's health, there are many smokers who remain unaffected despite their regular use of cigarettes. By the same token, the diet and regimen of health suggested by Rambam is advisable. However, disobeying it will not automatically cause the loss of the physical health. So basically, what they say, if smoking is forbidden, yes, it is forbidden. On one hand, on another hand, one cigarette is not going to kill him.
Right.
Yeah. That's right. It's going to undermine his health in general, but to say that you can measure it after each cigarette, it's not.
Right.
Okay? So, and plus, in the days of Reb Moshe that they mentioned, so it was not proven as it's proven today beyond any doubt that people who smoke, they develop a lung cancer, this cancer, that cancer, all of this problem is lungs, like breathing issues, stuff like that. I mean, today it's proven. So today say that it's a maybe, it's not responsible statement. Therefore, though the Rambam offers this guidance as an integral part of this of his program for the personal growth, he does not make it an absolute requirement. So he said it's a good thing to do, but we said if you want to serve Hashem, you have to be healthy. And in order to be healthy, Rambam will tell us do this and don't do that.
Right.
So is it halacha? No, but otherwise you would not be close to Hashem. So like the bottom line. But this is book of halacha.
Right.
The rationale for the inclusion of this medical advice in the Mishnah Torah, a book of Torah law, can be explained on the basis of Rambam's statement in Hilchot Kiddush HaKodesh, where he explained that he included the means of predicting the location of the moon in that text, where it says, so that everything will be known to men of understanding, and they will not lack any of the Torah's path. Hence, we will not need to go to search for it in other texts. Rather, they will be able to seek from the book of God and read. None of this shall be missing. So let's read it again. So basically, he included this statement in the Halachos of new months, right? That's what it Kiddush HaKodesh is. Blessing of new moon.
Mm-hmm.
So let's read the sentence, the statement one more time, and try to explain. So that everything will be known to men of understanding, and they will not lack any of the Torah path. So meaning where to look for the new moon. Right? Hence, they will not need to go and search for it in other texts. So basically, everything in one place. Rather, they will be able to seek from the book of God and read. Go ahead.
Basically, what he's saying, he put all this here in this book of laws because he wants to tell people that the Torah has everything: medical, health, even the location of the moon. Everything is here. You don't need to go look at like secular knowledge or other texts or anything else. Is that what it's trying to say?
That's exactly what when we started from Hilchot Deot, we skipped the introduction to the Mishnah Torah. Just one thing that he said in the introduction, and as after I'm going to tell you, I'm going to paraphrase it maybe a little because I don't remember how exactly he said, but you can understand that it's created such a commotion in the Jewish world. So basically, he said, Rambam said that now everything you have to read is written Torah and this book.
That's it.
So for oral Torah, you don't need any other sources. So he said, I toiled, I compiled, I did everything for you. So just read and fulfill, and you're going to get. So, but so as you understand, some rabbis, some people of his generation, and they just went crazy.
The Torah literally has everything, and I told this to some people. I told them about Shmuel, who was like a little kid, child prodigy, who knew like the whole Torah, and they're like, they look at me like as if like, how's that possible? And then today I see an article of an 11-year-old kid who pretty much finished like college with physics degree and this and that. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, if this kid who's 11 years old pretty much is like an MIT, can go to MIT right now if he wanted, then Torah already had the same thing, only like at 5 years old, like kids who were 5 years old do the whole Torah, So it's not so like preposterous to think that there were child prodigies in those days too,
Of course not, yeah. But with
the Torah,
this Torah, like it's a divine gift.
Yeah.
That Hashem gives to this little kid, and for example, in this MIT guy, this boy, this smart kid. So if parents did not notice his outstanding qualities, they might miss it. And this guy, maybe he would be good in playing video games.
Yeah,
he has these talents, but he would never apply them.
Yeah.
But with Jewish education, that's they push kids, right, to apply it to the talents to the Torah. Okay, so I mean it's easier to discover who is smart, who is not smart, who is talented, who is not talented.
Okay.
So continue. So none of this shall be missing. Okay. Similarly, in regards to these points of the medical advice, the Rambam includes them in the Mishnah Torah, so that the person who desires to live in a healthy manner will be able to find guidance from the Torah source without having employed secular text. So basically, he said, okay, so Rabbi Reuven always said, so and please learn the kosher Torah. Don't go to YouTube. Go to Beezrat Hashem app, and you don't have to see all of the advertisements or how to make it late.
Right.
That's what exactly Rambam said. So I already compiled for you. I'm a doctor. I compiled for you in this text, so you don't have to go through the secular studies.
Right.
The actual advice is given by Rambam has provoked such a debate among the commentators and later authorities. Much debate among the commentators, later authorities. There are three major areas of controversy, of course. A suggestion he gives based on the works of the sages, or were they taken from the other medical sources available to him at the time? So that's the question. B, should his advice be followed at present or not? So I'm not sure when they asked, but today, as we will see, not everything is so applicable. And C, if there is a contradiction between the advices given in this chapter and the halachic directives mentioned elsewhere in the Mishnah Torah. Maybe there is some contradiction, but most of the time, and at that place he means one thing, and this here he means something else.